Hi there, I'm Amber. Welcome to the greenhouse, eh? This is a couple of projects that I've been working on that I wanted to show you what I got here. The first is this tote. And this will be a self-watering bucket, a large one. And this, of course, is an old project. This is the self-watering bucket that I made a couple years ago. And I've used it a couple of times, and I'm going to redo the center piece that is not in there right now, so that it keeps the dirt out of the water a little better. As you can see, the dirt got in the water. Now these self-watering buckets, they need to have a hole drilled in the side right below the platform so that you can they'll drain. You don't have to worry about overwatering them. This is just the center of the lid of one of these buckets. I cut it out, and then I measured for the center cup where the dirt goes down. This is just something I made to hold the lid or the platform up at a certain height. It just goes in there like that. I try to put the watering tube at the opposite side of the hole. And then here's the watering tube. And now the watering tube has an angle cut into it so that when you put it down in there with the angle facing inward, the water will go inside, because if you don't have an angle on it, and you push it down to the bottom, you're not going to get much water in there very much at a time. That's all the way down. Now this is what I did for this one. These are net cups. I got them from the hydroponics store. And I bought one of those big cloth bag pots, I guess you'd say. And I cut it up and I used it to make liners, because you can't get cocoa pot liners this particular size. So this just goes in the bottom here, and then that spreads out like that. So you can see how that is in there. And that's, I've got to fill that with dirt. And then this one here, I'm going to use these net pots to actually hold the platform up. And here's the platform. I drilled a bunch of holes in it here. That's to let air come up through there, because the water won't be touching the bottom of it. And then of course I drilled a hole for the watering tube. So we start by putting our cups in here. Put them in the corners and across the sides, and then one in the middle. I can't put them in the ends right here because they would get in the way of these two. So now this goes in here. I drilled holes in the side over here for the drainage. And this goes in here like this. I should have put that a little bit more on center, but I didn't. And then here's my watering tube with the angle cut on it. So that goes down here. It's going to stick up quite a bit. So there's that. And then my cups here. I'm going to go ahead and fill these with dirt. Now the dirt that I'm using for this is just garden dirt, because I couldn't really afford to buy the fancy stuff. But this has all been sifted. I used a 1/4-inch sifter, what they call a classifier in gold panning equipment. Works really good for taking all the rocks and stuff out. And this is a combination of dirt from other pots and the garden dirt that I had to dig out of here to get this tank to sit flat. So we just put the dirt right down in the pot, like that. And then that goes in there. And then the other one, fill that pot with dirt. Pack it in there a little bit. That goes in there. And then the liner that I seem to be missing. I'll be right back. Okay, well, here's a couple of my so-called seed potatoes. These are just potatoes from last year that obviously kind of sprouted. So we're going to plant these. I planted these last year in the garden, these sprouted potatoes like this, and they did pretty well. So I'm going to try it in here with these. Just plant the whole thing because they're small. And I'm going to take this one off because I've got good eyes coming here. These eyes I'll leave on. This one I'll take off. So we're just going to stick them in there. And we shall see what happens. I gotta water it yet. I could use some of the fish water, except I don't have anything to dip it with. I'll take care of that later. But anyway, that's basically the start on a self-watering container. So I'll keep you updated on this one. Here's my my water tank. This will be the aquaculture tank when it warms up a little bit. It's the 17th of April. It's a crappy overcast day. It's about 42, 45 degrees outside, and it's a little bit breezy out there. But it's not bad in here, and it doesn't get too bad overnight because I've got this much water there, and I also have all of this stuff. These are all, I painted them black, and they soak up the sun when the sun's shining. And then I've got this. This was an experiment that I decided to try. You can see the tops of them. It's just thin sewer pipe, 4-inch sewer pipe that I glued a bottom on, and I painted them black so that when the sun hits them, they get warm, and they're up to about here with water. So we'll see how that works. They get nice and warm when the sun shines on them. So, but well, thanks for watching, and we'll keep you posted on the potatoes.